Welcome to the Bogart Effect, a wealthy wisdom podcast. Please see important disclosure information at the end of the presentation. When you talk about, for example, herding, what is that? I mean, it's not obviously wrangling cattle or anything like that.
I mean, you could define it as the fear of missing out. We can also, look at it as following, the actions of others without making, the decisions on our own and what's best for our circumstance or our scenario. And ultimately, we find that, going against that is kind of against our nature, and it's relatively painful. I think we're kind of hardwired as humans for a herding mentality. But we just have to be aware of it when it comes to investment decisions.
Well, and truthfully, we're seeing it probably more than ever right now, given the market environment that we've had for the last, let's just say, 15 months. I mean, right. The S&P 500, it's a market cap weighted index. You've got 7 companies that are all tech companies that are driving north of 75% of that return. And yes, if you were in all tech, you had a fantastic 2023 and you've had a fantastic 2024 thus far. But the reality of it is most investors are not investing for a 12, 15, or 18-month period of time. More often than not, they're investing for significantly longer than that. At least that's the hope, right?
Right. I mean, and a lot of these behaviors tie into each other, and we'll address that here a little bit later. But also, we talk about the, Magnificent Seven, and one thing that's not, mentioned a lot, I mean, there is a risk level that is associated with those stocks and that type of strategy that may not be suitable for, other clientele. And so having that diversified approach, having the plan, having the objective avoids that. But I mean, absolutely, when you're looking at your portfolio and you see a 14, 15%.
The previous podcast was intended for general information purposes only. The information discussed is no substitute for personalized investment advice from Bogart or another investment professional. Different types of investments involve varying degrees of risk, and it should not be assumed that the future performance of any specific investment, strategy, or service will be profitable, suitable, or successful. Bogart is not a law firm or accounting firm, and no portion of its services should be construed as legal or accounting advice. There is no guarantee a client will experience a certain level of results if Bogart is engaged. Our brochure describing services and fees can be found at www.bogartwealth.com.